karate. The word alone conjures images of powerful strikes, disciplined stances, and the art of self-defense. It's a martial art known and practiced around the globe, but how much do we really know about its roots? Today, let's dive into the history of karate, uncovering its origins, evolution, and cultural significance. This journey will take us from ancient China to modern-day Japan and explore how karate became a symbol of discipline, respect, and perseverance. Welcome to the History of Simple Things, where we delve into the fascinating history behind the little things that shape our world. To understand the history of karate, we must first travel back to the Ryukyu Islands, a small island chain off the southern coast of Japan. The largest of these islands, Okinawa, plays a central role in the development of karate. But before it became a distinct art, it was influenced by martial traditions from China. In the 14th century, trade between China and Okinawa was flourishing. Chinese officials, merchants, and monks brought with them many cultural practices, including a form of martial arts known as Chuan Fei, or what we now call Kung Fu. This Chinese martial art had a significant impact on the Okinawan fighting techniques of the time. Okinawan warriors and nobles began to blend Chinese methods with their own indigenous fighting styles, known as te, which simply means hand. These early forms of combat were practical. They were designed to protect the people and defend the island. Over time, this hybridized fighting style would develop into what we now call karate. One of the most critical periods in karate's history was the Satsuma invasion of Okinawa in 1609. The Japanese samurai from the Satsuma clan conquered the Ryukyu kingdom and imposed strict rules, including a ban on weapons. This forced the Okinawan people to rely on empty-handed combat techniques for self-defense, further developing their unarmed fighting style. Without weapons, Okinawan martial artists refined their techniques, focusing on powerful strikes using hands, feet, elbows, and knees. This period also saw the development of kobudo, which used everyday farming tools like nunchaku and bow staffs as makeshift weapons. These tools complemented the unarmed techniques of karate, creating a versatile system of self-defense. As these techniques evolved, they remained largely secret, passed down within families and small groups. The art wasn't something taught in schools or openly discussed. It was a means of survival during a time when the people of Okinawa had few resources to protect themselves. The turning point for karate came in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Japan had begun to modernize rapidly during the Meiji Restoration, and Okinawa was becoming more integrated with mainland Japan. During this time, karate underwent a significant transformation from a secretive, practical fighting style to a more formalized martial art. One of the key figures in this transition was Gichin Funakoshi, often regarded as the father of modern karate. Born in Okinawa in 1868, Funakoshi was a schoolteacher who had trained in the island's martial arts since childhood. He saw karate as not just a fighting technique, but as a way of life, a means of developing physical, mental, and moral strength. In 1922, Funakoshi was invited to Tokyo to demonstrate karate to a Japanese audience. This was a pivotal moment. The demonstration was a success, sparking widespread interest in karate across Japan. Funakoshi eventually moved to Tokyo, where he established the first formal karate dojo and developed what would become known as Shotokan karate, one of the most popular styles today. As karate gained popularity in Japan, it became integrated into the larger tradition of Japanese martial arts, or Budo. Karate's emphasis on self-discipline, respect, and character development aligned perfectly with the values of other martial arts like Judo, Kendo, and Aikido. Around this time, the name karate itself took on new meaning. Originally, the word karate was written with kanji characters meaning China hand, reflecting its Chinese origins. However, as karate became more distinctly Japanese, the kanji was changed to mean empty hand. This change wasn't just symbolic. It represented the idea that karate was not about aggression or violence, but about self-mastery and control. In the 1930s and 1940s, karate began to be taught in Japanese schools, further formalizing the art. It was no longer just a self-defense system, it became a method of physical education, promoting health, discipline, and unity. The practice of kata, prearranged forms, became a central element of training, emphasizing precision, focus, and the philosophical aspects of karate. After World War II, karate spread beyond Japan's borders. American soldiers stationed in Japan were exposed to the art, and many brought it back to the United States. Similarly, Japanese karate masters traveled abroad to teach and spread their knowledge. Karate schools, or dojos, began to pop up around the world. The art was embraced not just for its self-defense aspects, but for its holistic approach to developing mind, body, and spirit. Different styles of karate, like Shotokan, Goju-ryu, and Kyokushin, each with their own unique techniques and philosophies, began to flourish globally. The influence of karate in popular culture also cannot be overstated. The 1980s saw a surge in martial arts films, with karate often at the center. Movies like The Karate Kid introduced millions to the idea of karate as a path of personal growth, respect, and discipline. One of the most recent milestones in karate's history came in 2021, when it made its debut at the Tokyo Olympic Games. This was a long-awaited moment for practitioners worldwide, as karate was finally recognized on one of the world's biggest stages. Though it was a one-time event, the inclusion of karate in the Olympics symbolized the art's journey from a small island in Okinawa to a global phenomenon. Today, karate is practiced by millions of people across the globe. But despite its international popularity, karate remains deeply rooted in its traditional values. At its core, karate is not just about learning how to punch or kick, it's about cultivating character, resilience, and a sense of respect for others. In dojos around the world, students bow to their sensei, practice kata with precision, and spar with control. They carry on the legacy of those early Okinawan martial artists who, out of necessity, created an art that would become a lifelong journey for millions. So whether you're a seasoned black belt or someone curious about starting your karate journey, remember that karate is more than just a martial art. It's a way of life, shaped by centuries of history, culture, and tradition. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.